My first interactions weren't the best. My parents actually took me out to the orchard when I was smaller to go and help them pick, and I think it was kind of a scare tactic to make sure I stayed in school. I'm relatively new to the industry, I could say, compared to other coworkers of mine that they say that they have 30+ year experiences, and I'm not even 30 yet. So it's pretty interesting to see their point of view and learn from them old farming tactics so that I can implement with the little that I know and collaborate with the technologies out there to get the best results possible. It's one thing going to school and learning from a book, and then it's a different thing actually being out in the orchard and doing it. The good thing in my case, I guess, is I'm doing it hand by hand, and I could see this as I take my classes and I'm working. For example, pruning at first is like just do it, and then now I go to school and they tell us about how if we prune at an early date, it's better for our yields and better for our return bloom. They told us that when you prune, it's not necessarily this year's crop, but it's this year's and next year's. So you have to be careful to not do aggressive pruning or be too light on it and then have to deal with that later in the season or even next year. Something that I'm grateful for is the hybrid system where I don't have to be at school at all times. I could do some school online after work and then every now and then come to the campus and actually do my labs. So some of the challenges that I find is that with the job that I do, sometimes we have to do work outside of work, and then I also have to do my schoolwork on top of that. So just, I guess, time-wise, I have to manage it to ensure that I get all my tasks completed, especially having to meet deadlines with schoolwork, like projects, essays, and whatnot, as well as deadlines in work, work that's expected from me, whether it be certain reports or just being sure that I'm a step ahead, so that allows me to do my schoolwork after work and not have to cram everything up and stay up till late. The reason I'm pursuing higher education is more so alongside all the benefits, right, where a certificate looks good on your resume for future job opportunities, but as well as the knowledge behind it. I've felt that it's helped me out better, especially explaining to crews like, hey, don't do that type of cut. The reason is this. At first, I didn't even know the reason of why we shouldn't do that. And then another reason, more so on a personal level, is I'm the oldest of 5 siblings, so I want to set an example that it's never too late to get your education. You know, we all might take a different path, whether it be going to college right after high school or going to a 4-year right after high school. I want to give an example to my siblings and even my family members and hopefully my community that it's never too late to get an education. I feel that school is important to get to know what you're doing, and also it's a good opportunity to meet other people your age that are also interested in agriculture and share ideas. And you know, you're not alone. Hopefully in university is gonna help network a bit, and so we could bounce off ideas and strategies to better our production. Something that would really be helpful is more hands-on experience. Like I said, a textbook is one thing, but actually going out and doing it is another, right? There's so many factors that go into it, one of the biggest ones being weather, where maybe in a book you read like, oh, this is the steps to follow, but then there's a hailstorm, there's a snowstorm that delays all work possible, and then you're just playing catch up. So you gotta be able to take those challenges and overcome them. I feel like if we have more field days and go to different farms, look at different scenarios that they're going through and learning from them, that would be really helpful for someone that's just studying right now. I would really recommend that, as well as just not being afraid to go out there and do the job for a summer, you know, whether it be an internship or just working a summer. At the end of the day, you have a lot to learn from everyone. I believe that you can learn from anyone if you really ask the right questions.